Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Lisa's Coloring Corner. I showed this Dotidoodle project this past week in a video, and I asked if you guys would like to see me work on this. So I thought today we would do a color and chat while I worked some more on this poster. I did work on it for a while this past week and I am having a blast with it. So I took all the markers, as I mentioned in that video. I put them in, rather than what I always do in color family order, I put them in numerical order because that's what you need to complete this poster. Love this case. I will link it down below in the description. Works perfect for these, other than the fact a couple of them don't fit in the case. Two of them are duplicate markers because you must use this particular pink and the black quite a bit, so they provide two markers. The other three are grays. So I know that I have a couple of the grays that are not in the case, so I just keep them in this rubber band. Oops, there goes one of my duplicates, so I'll leave it down there. Just keep these three grays on the side for when I need them. So I'm going to put these off to this side, nice and handy, along with my grays. And again, if you've seen that video, if not, I will link that video down below in the description so you kind of get an idea of what I'm doing, although I'll kind of explain it as I go along. This is the chart that I am working with right now. This is A, which is this quadrant. Then you have B, C is down here, and then D down there. So here are all of the sheets to complete the poster. Now what I suggest doing, and I didn't do this at first, you know, you kind of learn as you go, because I am coloring in the dots as I do it, so I know which ones I have completed. I'm just using that alcohol marker on here also. Well, of course, you want to put a sheet of cardstock or something behind it, which I did do. However, the cardstock kind of adjusted on me. I didn't realize that I was coloring in here without the cardstock behind, so I did get a little bit of a different color down here. For the most part, these blues covered it up, so I only have one yellow here. If I need to use an oops sticker, I will, depending on what color goes there. If it's a real pale, you know, color, I may have to put an oops sticker over that, and I'll show you what that is. So what I did is I just took washi tape. You can take Scotch tape, whatever, and I taped it to my cardstock, whatever blotter page you want to put back behind this, if you are going to color this in also with alcohol marker. So I was working on this on my coffee table in the living room because my coffee table lifts up and over to me, so it works really good. And in order to keep the poster on the table, I'm doing the same thing here. Is I just took washi tape and I taped each corner to my desk. There's the blotter sheet that is provided with this poster. I have that down back behind. And yeah, this keeps it in place, but yet you can peel the washi tape off and it doesn't rip your paper. You have to peel it kind of slow just to make sure it doesn't. Now, it may rip the paper behind though, so just be aware of that if you are doing one of these. However, I had an awesome suggestion from an awesome subscriber that I am going to try. And she had said to use a magnetic board. And I thought, oh, what a great idea. So I am getting just a steel rather than, you know, a magnetic like dry erase board. Those can get a little bit pricey, especially when you want it a little bit bigger. They're not real bad, but I thought what I would do is I just got a sheet of steel, and then I ordered some real strong, what's supposed to be strong magnets. And I will just put the magnets, you know, put the metal sheet behind and then use the magnets to hold this on. And yeah, when I get that, I'm going to give that a try. I'll let you guys know how it works. So I'm looking forward to trying that. Otherwise, this works great too with the washi. Okie dokie then. Now these are to follow along on your sheets. And what's nice about the blue ones is if you line them up correctly, you have the correct column. So like here's column 20, and I'll zoom you guys in. Maybe I'll do that now. Uh-oh, if I zoom you in too far, you're not going to see it. Let's go right there. Like here's column 20. So you line this ruler, if you want to call it that, with column 20. So then you can see exactly where you're at. And they do provide 2 of them. On one side of the ruler is 1 through 30. And then on the flip side is 30 through 60. And there are 60 columns. So you can just put it this way. What I'm just doing is, I'm not worrying about that. I'm just doing, you know, A right now. So we're just working on up to column 30 right now. So I have a tendency not to necessarily use these all the time, but I have on a few occasions. Okay, with all of that being said, oh yeah, one more thing on the bottom, just to keep it rolled up, so it's not all completely in my lap. I had these Humongo giant paper clips. Aren't they cute? And I just paper clipped the roll down at the end of my desk. And so, yeah, it doesn't keep it rolled in my lap. And when you want to get up, that was the biggest problem I had when I was working in the living room. When I had it rolled up in my lap. One moment. Okay. So yeah, these work really great. When I would get up from the coffee table, it was bunched in my lap and I was afraid of bending it and whatnot. So yeah, this works great. You may hear my kitty in the background. She does not like it when the fan above the stove is on. I am making homemade scallop and potatoes for supper. They're in the oven and they must have boiled over. So it was getting really smoky in the kitchen, so I had to turn the fan on high. And it's working really good, but Misty does not like that sound. So if you hear her meowing in the background, that's why. She just hates that sound. Go hide upstairs, Misty. Oh, that poor thing. So, all right, let's get going here. Now, the oops stickers that I was talking about, I'm going to put these other sheets to the side because we are not going to be working with them today, are these. And what they are little stickers. I did have to use one. That's not too bad. But they are just white circle stickers that exactly match these. So you just put the white sticker over the top and you can recolor it in. And yes, it worked perfectly. So you have 2 whole sheets of oops stickers. Hopefully that is plenty. One thing I did notice while doing this is you do a lot of capping and uncapping of markers. At least I do, because the way I am doing this is I only will look at a couple of the dots at a time. Like here, for instance, there are 2 70s. And I'll do both of those, but I won't look ahead too far. So I'll do those 270s, you know what I mean? Because otherwise I am so afraid I'm going to make a mistake. So for right now, I am not going to use these. I haven't had too much of a problem not using those. Oh, I did the 70s already. I just didn't color them in. Putting these in numerical order really helps. And I am just using the fine tip. So I will color these in on here. Okay, so that's where we are at right now. Let's put it the right way. Okay, so we are down here next to the greens. Yeah, I really can't zoom you in much. I should have taped this down farther. Oh, well, I guess we're going to have to leave it like this right now because I don't want to readjust everything. All right, so this one is WG5. So we are going to color this one in WG5. The one problem I am having also is the fact that these white circles connect. So once in a while I will get some of the color on the next circle. Not that big of a deal. Here you can see where I didn't have this sheet back behind. Wasn't sure how much that was going to show up after the alcohol ink dried. You can really see them though. So I am going to put some oops stickers over these couple of dots, and I am going to recolor these in. I thought the real dark browns would be fine, but you can still kind of see them a little bit. So yeah, I'm going to redo these few dots. And that's why I suggest taping your blotter page to this. Again, if you're coloring this in with the alcohol markers, which to me is just the easiest. Okay, so let's color this one in. Okay, next we have 1, 2, 3, 4 292s. So, and I never color these in first, just in case I'm pulled away for some reason or one of the animals do something. I always make sure I color this in first. Then if I, for some reason, forgot to color these in or whatever, it's much easier to, you know, refill these in. So we'll do these 292s and then we'll get chatting, because now you kind of know what I'm doing. This does take a little bit more concentration than just doing a standard color by number or just a regular picture. So we have 4 of them. Last one is below the purple. I always like to kind of double check myself. But with these very large circles, they're super easy to color in. Now she is thinking, she's taking the suggestion that some of you guys gave her, and possibly providing smaller kits than these great big posters. So of course those would be a little bit cheaper than these really big ones. Now I also thought, you know, to make it not quite so pixelated, then if they're smaller, to make these circles smaller. These are really big to color in. They could be a little bit smaller so that it is, you know, less pixelated, but this poster is so huge, it's still going to be really pretty when it's done. Again, if you didn't see my original video, it's of a very colorful rose. So I'm right up in here now. I have this bit done. So isn't that going to be so pretty? Okay, number 18, which is peach. So they do provide all the markers that you need. I did let her know. I did have a problem with just a few of the markers when I uncapped them, because again, I'm capping and uncapping so often. I did have they snap shut so tight, which is good. You want them to. When I would open, however, there were a couple of them that came apart, and the foam core inside fell out. Most of the time they did not fall on my poster. One did. And then onto my leg. And it is this, you can't see it, but it's right below here. A couple of rows, maybe you can see it. Yeah, you can, right here. So I have pink on there. I'm going to be putting some oops stickers on that. So I did let her know about that, and she does great quality control on her markers, she said, but she is going to be looking at possibly getting a different supplier for the markers if that is happening. So just FYI, in case you've ordered these kits, if you have a problem with the markers, by all means let her know. She is extremely responsive to any comments or any problems that you're having with her product. So, okay, did that one. See, I keep talking and I forget to color it off on here. Now, because I'm not quite as zoomed in as I normally am, I hope my head doesn't get in the way. Okay, so hopefully we can now color and chat. WG 0.5. So how is everybody doing? First of all, things are actually getting better around here now. I apologize for not getting up a color and chat last week. It's got to be, what, the very first time, maybe the second time that I have done that. I've always done a color and chat on the weekends. Now, sometimes I didn't get it up on the channel till Monday, because it was later Sunday that I managed to get it recorded, and then of course you got to do all the editing, etc. But let's see, we have 292 skip 1 2 3, 292 skip 1 2 3. Okay. So yeah, it was number one, a busy weekend. And number two, something came up which I'm not going to go into on the channel. I'm very open about most things in my life. This is just something I am not going to talk about on the channel, just for personal reasons. But yeah, it was a little stressful around here for a little bit, and I just therefore was not quite up to doing a color and chat. I wasn't sure if I was going to do one later in the week, and that's why I didn't post anything on the community board. But yeah, yeah, just didn't quite feel like doing one. So we'll leave it at that. But like I said, things are going better around here. Mr. Bob is doing better. Yay! We went in Friday. I'll go ahead and do that one. I just said I'd never do that. We went in Friday. He was supposed to get his cortisone shots in L4 and L5 in his back. 136. And he has been feeling so much better lately. His back has returned to almost normal. Almost. So he talked with the doctor, because we still went into the surgery center, and he said, well, you know, it was totally up to him. Oh, that is such a light gray, you can't hardly even see it. Wow, I thought I forgot to color that one in. 233. You know, it was really up to Bob whether he wanted to go ahead with the shots or not. It's very, very rare, but there was a slight possibility that the shots could even flare it back up. And the fact that, you know, this is definitely not a cure for the problem. 292. You know, it would just help with the pain. Bob opted to not go ahead with the shots. And we'll see how it goes. So that is awesome news. He has, like I said, not been totally pain-free, but close to it. Close to it. So yeah, he's been pretty much able to do everything around here that we've been wanting to get done all summer and haven't been able to because there were so many things. You know, this is our first summer here. And so, yeah, there were a lot of projects, especially outside, to get done during the summer months because, yeah, it's not summer here too long. 198, which is right next to this one. I don't know why I didn't do that right away. Silly me. But yeah, we got some really overgrown bushes that were just, yeah, not pretty bushes and just really in the way. One was down in the fenced-in area where the kids play. So that one's gone. And one was on the outside of the fence. That one's gone. And that one was right by the road. So as you backed out of our driveway, that one was really in the way to be able to see if traffic was coming. And it wasn't really a flowering bush or anything. When I mowed and stuff, I had to walk out into the street to get around that bush. Yeah, it was just a pain in the tuchus, to put it nicely. WG3. So, yeah, managed to get that done. And then there was a great, big, humongo, horribly overgrown lilac bush. It's a different type of lilac, though. It has really teeny tiny flowers on, but it smells wonderful. So we didn't want to totally get rid of that. And that's on the corner by our neighbors to the north, which is, you know, where we don't have a yard at all. We have just a couple feet on the north side of our house till their driveway. Well, it's right on the corner of our property on the west side and the north side where that tree was. So Bob trimmed it all down so it's not so overgrown. So now I'll be able to mow around it easier. And yes, it looks awesome. It needed a trim so bad. And it looks so nice now. So yeah, he managed to get all the bushes trimmed or gone, whichever the case may be. Makes mowing a little easier. Not that mowing's ever going to be easy around here. Okay, we're going to go down to the next row. So my sheet kind of helps here too. That's why I don't use the rulers a whole lot. Kind of use my finger more than anything. It was getting cumbersome to continue to move this, and if I had like another CG5 right below it and stuff, I would do both of those, you know, right away. So I just find this method working better. Everybody is different, but see, there's one that came apart. So we just put it back together, and sometimes it stays together, and sometimes it doesn't. So this is probably one of them that I had a problem with there. Now it's together. So I kind of push it down tighter. And like I said, she's looking at going with a different supplier. She asked me which of the markers I had a problem with, because she was going to send me new ones, which I thought was very nice of her. But because I put them back in the case, I didn't remember which ones I was having a problem with and which ones I wasn't. Oh, darn it. Yeah, this is going to be a problem. So I think what I may do is I may actually take some glue and glue these in. So I'm going to put CG5 to the side, because I think if I just glue it in, I'm not going to have that problem. So I'm glad it landed on this sheet. And yeah, shouldn't have went through. So 43. So yeah, things are going better around here next to the gray. And I've been doing good. I did finally opt, and I don't want to hear any comments about this, to go in and get my COVID shot. No, I hadn't before now for my own reasons. 120, which is the black. But because of the Delta variant, it is getting super scary around here. I know it was scary before, but I decided that if not for my own health, because this variant can be transmitted to both people that got their COVID shots and people that have already had COVID, I was worried about me transmitting it to Bob. And that would be the last thing in the world that that man needed. So, like I said, both, of course, for myself, but for him also, I got my first shot, and I go back for my second one on August 20th, Friday, August 20th, which happens to be the day before my birthday. Happy birthday. My birthday's on the 21st. But I'm more nervous, I think, about the second one. I wasn't nervous about the first one, although my arm did get quite sore, which I kind of figured it was going to. 136. Because, that was the main complaint of most people. But you get the flu shot and your arm gets sore. So, I kind of expected that. But, ooh, it really got sore for a few days. But, at least I didn't get sick. I really didn't have many adverse, effects at all. But I do hear that if you are going to have any reaction, a lot of people had it to the second shot. I know my son's wife really had some reaction. She was in bed for a day or two with that second one. She didn't really have many problems with the first one. It was mainly the second one. Okay, we have two 24s that are diagonal from each other, so we'll do both of those. So I do go a couple rows down if, I see one right there. But that's about all the farther I go. I don't see any other 24s anyhow. I hope it's okay that I'm not too zoomed in, and like I said, I hope my head ain't getting in the way. I didn't realize, when I had this zoomed out, this was in perfect position, not thinking I was going to be zooming in. So I really hope I don't get off camera. I think the only thing that's going to get off camera will be me coloring this in. So that's not too big of a deal, I don't think. You don't care to see me color that in anyhow. Matter of fact, the majority, you probably aren't watching me. You're probably coloring or diamond painting or whatever. That's what I do during color in chats. And that's why I love color in chats. Because I can do my own thing while I'm listening to the person talk about whatever they want to talk about. And a lot of the times they're a little bit of a longer video, so then you're not constantly trying to find a new video. That's why I like long videos. Because I don't have to go and find another one that I can color to or diamond paint to, you know, where I'm just listening and not having to watch. Having said that, I still love the end of the month videos where, you know, you see what everybody colored and, oh, those dangerous darn haul videos. Oh, those are really dangerous. All right, so again, I say this every week. I'm not sure how long this video is going to be because I will have to get those scalloped potatoes out in a little while. How long have I been recording? 23. Yeah, so this is probably going to be a little bit of a shorter color and chat. Either that or I'll pause, get supper out of the oven, have supper, and then come back and chat with you guys some more. There's a few things I want to talk about with you. Nothing important, just chatty things. Oh, we do have a 47 here, so we're going to do that one right away. Isn't this fun? You say, I don't know, I'm not doing it. Doesn't this look like fun? It is. It is. I just think, too, you know, when I looked on the website, they are quite expensive. And I know that was in the comments, you know, so many people, so many of you wanted to do this, but the price kind of held you back. And that's why many of you suggested maybe a smaller kit that would be cheaper. So again, she is looking into that, and I think too that would be a great idea. It would behoove her to do that. $198. But yeah, if you take it slow and you concentrate, this really is not that bad. $198 right up and down here. And again, that's why I don't skip around much. I know that I would do a lot less capping and uncapping of markers, but yeah, I know I would flub up big time. Oh, there's two more here, so we're going to do those two. And because there is black in between the circles, makes it really nice where you don't have to exactly stay within the circle. And a 198 right across from there next to this dark pink. And 1, 2 below that. So we're going to go ahead and do all this. Yeah, I said I normally don't do this, but might as well, right? Okay, so we did those, and no, we did that one, right? Yep, and this one. Okay, so that's all the farther we'll go with that. I don't want to push my luck. 272. One thing I wanted to show, Nisi on Dollar Diva, If you follow her on Instagram, she keeps showing these really cute t-shirts that they have out on Amazon. The first one she's showing, I had to get. And she says, please show it on your channel. So I thought during the color and chat, I'm going to show this. Isn't that cute? Doesn't that look like your cat for us cat moms? They always got to sit on our coloring books when we're coloring, right? I loved it. And there's one other one that I found out on Amazon. I'm not sure if Nisi showed it on Instagram. I don't think so. That I put on my wish list that I want to get at some point in time. And it comes in purple. This one didn't come in purple. But I think it looks really pretty on pink too. But yeah, I just thought it was so cute. And so fitting for us cat moms, as it states. So yeah, had to show that. I'll leave a link to the t-shirt in case anybody else is interested in getting that. Of course, it comes in multiple colors and multiple sizes. So take a sip quick. I keep seeing that real light gray and I keep thinking I missed it. Let's go down next to this 47. We have 242, and that's the only one I see. Let's see. I did this one. Did I color it in? I think so. 242. Now you can see why it pays to put the markers in number order. Yeah. So it's in a case like this where they're all sitting upright and you can see into the case really easily rather than a folder, you know, one of the cases and stuff where you have to flip it. This works perfectly, and that's why I will go ahead and link it down below. Now, some of the kits won't have this amount of markers, and they may all fit in this case perfectly because this particular picture has so many colors in. That's why I got over 60 markers. This case holds 60. So yeah, I got 65 because 2 of them are duplicates. There's so many, like I said, of that pink and black. So yeah, I had to get a couple duplicates. 65, 63, 4, 5, 6, 66 markers. So 234, and I don't see any 234s here either. So we'll just do this one. So this is definitely a project that will take a while. And I will pull out every once in a while throughout the week so I can just keep going on it. 221, which is bright yellow. So you know what, that black came over the dot a little bit, but you know what? It really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. When you look at this poster from back far, you're not going to notice that. So it doesn't bother me too much. The perfectionist in me, I guess it does, but I have to let it go. Yes, like in Frozen. Let it go. Let it go. Okay, we have a couple in this row yet. 272. And I don't see any other 272s. When I first started, I only colored in part of the circle at a time. Yeah, you get used to it, and it's, you know, you do a round and then it's really easy to color the whole circle in, and it goes much faster. And I forgot. See, as I'm talking, I didn't have this problem when I worked on it on my own. It's hard to color and talk at the same time. Got to concentrate on 2 different things. Bob turned the fan off. I wonder if it's no longer smoky in there. Because I don't hear Misty going crazy either, so. All right. So, I did finally get back into have my hair cut and colored because it was getting really grown out. And, oh, you should see them now. I thought they turned out neat last time, but you couldn't see the red too much. You could see the blonde highlights, but not the red. And so I went really bright red this time. And yeah, maybe I'll post a picture again on Instagram or do maybe a little bit of a face-to-face again. I never know. Which one did I just color in? See, don't do that, Lisa. Oh, it was right here, right? Yes. Never know what to talk about in a face-to-face. What do you guys want to hear? What do you want to hear about? Because, yeah, I guess now that I did the one face-to-face, that was hard to do, let me tell you. Like I said, I'm kind of shy. I know, you wouldn't believe it, but this is behind the camera. You don't have to see me back here. This is much easier. In front of the camera, yeah, it's a little more intimidating. So yeah, let me know. Like I said, I don't know what to talk about on a face-to-face. And I was going to show the pets more because here's a 171 right down here. So we're going to do that one too. But I haven't been catching them doing anything cute lately. I mean, they do, but then by the time I get the camera out, or my phone, I should say, they're done, right? I mean, par for the course. Yeah, so I'll try, because I know I love seeing people's pets. I love it when Michelle from Kits and Caboodles shows her kitties. They're so darn cute. No more 120s, wow. Okay, 222. And so yeah, I'll try to get some cat clips, and I really never put a clip up of Bella yet. I should do one with her chasing the laser light. Oh my gosh, you'd have to turn down your volume for that one. Oh, you talk about going crazy. And she just barks and barks and barks as she tries to get that light. Has anybody read on the internet that they say you're not supposed to do that with your pets because it frustrates them to the point where, you know, because they can't ever catch that light. So they say it is not good for them. Has anybody heard that? And I thought, what? Everybody plays with the laser light, especially with their cats, right? I don't know. I think most people do. Gives them exercise. I don't know. Both Bella and my cats like it. But, I mean, I guess I can see where they're coming from. I never thought about it from that perspective. I guess this isn't quite as hard chatting and doing this as I thought. I thought it would kind of throw me off. It does a little bit once in a while, but knock on wood, I haven't made a mistake yet. Haven't needed an oops sticker. Okay, we have a GG9, and I think that's one that doesn't fit in there. Is my green grays, yeah. Okie dokie. GG9. Oh, it was so exciting around here. When was this? I was going to talk about this in last weekend's coloring chat. The Milwaukee Bucks. Now, did I say Butts? The Milwaukee Bucks, which is our basketball team. Whoops, that doesn't go in there. Won the championship. One moment. Okay, we're going to actually, I'm not sure how long that was, but I am going to have to shortly go and get the scalloped potatoes out of the oven, or at least go and check them and see if they are done. And I think this color and chat was only like, what, 40 minutes or so? I don't know, because I didn't look before I paused. Bob had come in. He's doing garbage. He has garbage duty in the house. Lucky him. But I do all the cooking and the cleaning, so. Cleaning he does is the litter box and the garbage. Seems like a fair deal to me. Okie dokie. So, oh yeah, I was saying, I'm not into basketball much. Much at all. I've never been a fan of basketball. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I don't understand the game much. Love football, but basketball. But it was exciting because, yeah, the Bucks won. Yeah, it was, Milwaukee was going crazy. My son and his wife were down there for the final game. If they would have won that game, they would have won the championship. If they would have lost, they would have had to go to the opposing team's home turf for the playoff game, per se. And, yeah, that wouldn't have been good. But we won. So he was down there for a good game. I said, you must have brought them luck. Okay, 164. So, yeah, that was so exciting for Wisconsin. 164. I mean, we haven't won the championship since, what was it, the 50s? I mean, it's been a long time. Like 50, or it was like 50 years, I think. Something like that. It was a long, long time. And I sure hope we can keep our lead player. Well, we have a couple of good ones, a few. But Giannis is the one that really did it for us. So, we'll see. I'm not sure if he has a contract with the Bucks yet or not. I think so. We'll see. Anyhow, I know most of you are not into basketball either. So, we'll just leave it alone. 47. And we have a 47 here. All right. So, yeah, we're just going to go a couple more minutes. I'll see. We'll do this one. How long this color and chat is then when I pause to go get supper out of the oven. And if it's ready, I will eat. If I will, no matter what, I'll come back and say hi, goodbye. Here we have a bunch of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we start over here, right? Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So this is what I like to do sometimes when I have a bunch in a row, so that I don't miscount and I just keep going with the green. And I do this in the Belva family books too, in their Clever Puzzle series. If I have a bunch in a row like that, I'll do the ending one too, so I won't miscount. because I have done that. So, yeah, it is smelling good out there. I love scalloped potatoes and ham. I hate making it because, I don't know, I hate peeling potatoes, cutting them all up. Although cutting them all up is not that big of a deal because I use the food processor. So it's not really that hard. But it's just getting it all out and then washing everything up. It's one of the few times I actually use my food processor. But it sure does come in handy then. Just like my blender. Oh, here. We'll do that one too. The second one. Okay, that is all of the 47s. So I think this is a good time for a break. Doesn't really look like a whole lot yet, does it? Yeah, 47. There we go. Okay, yeah, I am going to take a break right now. I'm going to go check on supper, maybe eat supper, and I will come back. So for me, it may be an hour or so, or longer because I have to mow lawn tonight too yet. Busy, busy, busy. So I may see you in an hour. I may see you tomorrow. But for you, either way, it'll just be a second or two. See you in a bit. All right, folks, I am back, and it's only an hour later. I went and I checked to see how long this color and chat was, and it's longer than what I thought already. So I thought, nah, we might as well finish this color and chat up, and then I'm going to go out and mow lawn. All right, so we are on 242. And it was next to the pink. And we have 2 of them. So how's everybody's weather been? Has it cooled off? It has really cooled off here. We had a cold front come through during the week, and boy, did we get thunderstorms Wednesday night. We finally got a good thunderstorm. First one for us here in this area, at least. First one of the summer. Yay! So, yeah, of course, I had to go out in the garage once it was, really getting going. I love my thunderstorms. 2 of them here. And yeah, once it cracked really loud and just made me jump. And then when it was, dying down, it was still rumbling and stuff, but I come in and, Bella's deathly afraid of thunder. She hates it. So I come in, and she was hiding underneath the end table. She won't come up in my lap or anything to be, I've tried to calm her and stuff, and, doesn't do it. So I left her under there. I come back in. She wasn't under there. I am looking all over for this dog. And Bob was in bed, so I thought, well, maybe he got up and got her. I wasn't sure. So I keep looking everywhere. Can't find her anywhere down here. And I didn't think in the middle of a thunderstorm she would go upstairs on her own. But I thought, well, might as well check. And the door to my bedroom's always closed, so I knew she wasn't in there. But I thought maybe she went in the diamond painting room. That door is always open. And, yeah, go up there. She heard me coming up. And so she peeked her head out. Here she was hiding in the bathroom upstairs. I felt so bad. It's like I'm a bad puppy mama. She was so scared. But at least the storm was, dying down. But yeah, she stays scared for quite a while after a storm is over. Doesn't even have to be rumbling that loud, and she's still scared. Starts shaking, and oh, and while I was out in the garage, oh God, I wish I hadn't seen this. There was something that was scurrying down the lawn across the street, and I thought it was a squirrel. And then as I seen it coming, it's like, no, it's got to be a bunny, because there's quite a few bunnies around here too. And whoops, gotta color them. No, it was an adorable black and white kitty running for its life, because it was just pouring out at that point and really thundering and lightning. And I'm like, oh my God, I wish I could go out and get you. Oh, I felt so bad for this poor little kitty. He or she was so cute from what I seen of it, because it sure was fast. So I'm hoping it found a good, nice, dry spot, like under a porch or something, to go and hide and wait out the storm. Okay, GG9. Okay, where am I? We have, yeah, GG9. GG. Okay, so these two are GG9. Didn't do that one though, did I? Well, let's do the GGs first. So, yeah, had that happen. First, poor Bella. Well, no, first the kitty. Then I go in and find poor Bella upstairs hiding. And we didn't get any severe weather right around our area, thank heavens, but we had 12 tornadoes in Wisconsin that night, 2 of which were here in Marathon County. And one, as a matter of fact, was in Weston, which is really kind of connected to Wausau, so it was only like a half hour away. So yeah, very close to us. Let's go down here. They weren't sure if it was a tornado or just straight line winds, because sometimes straight line winds can do more damage than a tornado. So we're on the other side of the gray. But no, they found that there was rotation, and it was an EF0. So it didn't do a lot of damage. There were some trees down and, you know, things like that, but it wasn't too terribly bad. Okay, so we got those. Very pale gray or green. And I didn't do those. So we got the 242s. We got a 171. I don't think, I mean, that is super pale, but I don't think it's colored in. Could be, because some of these are extremely pale. Let's see. I don't remember. You guys do, I'm sure. Yeah, I think I did color these in, didn't I? Well, they're colored in again now. Then I have the 66 colored in here. Wait a minute, I am off. Oh no, I was doing so well. That should have been a 171. Right there, that's, no. Yeah. That should be a 171. Okay, let's get out the oops stickers. Here, I didn't think I'd have to do this embarrassment on camera. But you can see how they work now. Okay, where was I? So, 2 up from the purple right here. So that is a 171. Okay, see, doesn't that work good? So then this is a 66, and then, yeah, okay, so I just put the 66 in the wrong place. You guys made me do it. Oh, I got WG8 in the wrong place. But I'm getting these all mixed up. Okay, so 66 goes here. So yeah, we had some damage around. Thank heavens, nothing too bad where houses were damaged, but there was, you know, some. Like I said, thank heavens, not a ton. 292 are pretty magenta color again, and we have 1, 2, 3 of them up here. So you can see we've been chatting for, you know, about an hour. And, I mean, we're definitely making progress. But you can see how long this poster is going to take to do. Which, like I said, that's okay. It's not something, especially for the cost, that you want to be able to finish in a day or two. Now we have more 292s here. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. We end up under the green. Yes. So 1. But yeah, we finally had our thunderstorm. And the reason is because we were so warm, and then the cold front moved in. So, and we had plenty of sun during the day on Wednesday. So that really fueled up the storms, and they knew ahead of time that we were going to have a weather alert day today. Skip 1 and do 2 more, or on Wednesday I should say. So we kind of knew ahead of time that it was going to be a bad weather day, and I'm like, yeah, we won't get anything, it'll go around us again. And while we didn't get, you know, the worst of it, I guess in this case that was okay. You know, while I love thunderstorms, I never want anybody, you know, to get the severe weather where you have to worry about tornadoes and, you know, severe weather that's going to do damage. Okay, so we have a 292, 2 of them down here. So that's a 198, 291, 292 here, and here. So I think we'll just finish out these 2 rows. And then we'll call her good for this color in chat. And we have a 292 here, which is 3 in. 1, 2, 3. And 2 down from that, yep. See, this is what I'm afraid of doing because I'm so afraid I'm going to get off. But I thought, well, I have the marker in my hand. I'm going to double check it a number of times. And we have quite a few 198s, which is that pink. And that's why they gave me 2 of these markers. So this is 198. So a lot of this light pink. And then these are all 198. Good thing I left this color for last. It's going to be easy to fill these all in now. You can see why this is kind of like counted cross stitch too. So like I said, it's kind of a combination of 3 crafts of coloring, counted cross stitch, and diamond painting. Now this first one is 198. Skip one, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We just don't have the last one. Okay, so I guess these couple rows won't take very long to finish after all. It's okay, we'll feel like we accomplished something then. How many of you guys ordered a poster? I know I got a few comments where you guys ordered one. And I was also informed by a couple of subscribers that on, was it their Facebook group? They had a 25% off coupon. And 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all $198. So yeah, hopefully you guys caught that coupon for those of you who ordered. And that hopefully this craft will, you know, become a little more popular and she'll do really good with it. She is just starting out, so I'm sure there will be improvements and, you know, more kits and different sizes and all of that offered in the future, because that is what she is looking into right now. So we only have a couple dots to do. We have a 291. This is the one that did it before. I think this is the one. I knew it was pink. Well, more stickers to go. It's almost in the same area. Okay, we're going to open it over here, and we'll be putting this one on the side too, along with that one. Okay, 291, right? Yeah. I guess if I figure out which ones, I think there were, was it 3 or 4 of them that did this to me, and maybe I can let her know, you know, for sure which ones they were, because she did want to send me new ones. Like I said, I just wasn't sure which ones they were. Put that one up there. 82. Like I said, thank heavens for stickers. I've only had to use 2 because of my own fault. Well, these up here were my fault too. But not because I made a mistake. Just because I was dumb. 139. And I did a real smart thing when I was done painting this past week. Got out my new panel, because I'm doing that great big 5 panel, and I have the 40 by 60 done, the 40 by 80 done. So there's a 40 by 60 here and a 40 by 80 to do yet. The great big middle one is a 40 by 100. And yeah, I had that all kitted up. Had, oops, this is a 139 also. And was just sitting down to work on it. Just starting it, you know. Whoops. And had it, I was duct taping it to my light pad because I wasn't at the top of the light pad where I could clip it on, because I wanted it down by me more so I didn't have to reach way up. And yet that part of the light pad, after I had peeled off some of my protective paper because I was just about to start. I decided, oh, that part of the light pad that's showing is just too bright. So I was going to cover it with paper. I still had this part open. My paper got on my double-sided, no, yeah, this is double-sided glue or adhesive. Yeah, I stuck a sheet of paper all over that. Oh, I just about died. So I did manage to get the vast majority of the paper pulled off. And then I know you can use a baby wipe on it. And so I did use a baby wipe and got the rest of it off. Thank heavens. But I think by pulling off that paper so hard, I would have been better off just to pull it a little bit faster and leave the paper on the glue and then use the baby wipe. Because what I did by pulling so slowly with that paper, a lot of the glue on my canvas came up on the back of the paper. So I was missing some glue, but I found the perfect solution. I took off some of the beads that I had on there because I did have some placed down, and I took the ones off around the area that wasn't sticky. I used my Tombow double-sided, adhesive tape dispenser, super thin, double-sided adhesive. Ran it over my canvas. Worked like a charm. Oh, I have to remember that trick. I was going to mention it in my next, if I ever do a diamond painting and chat. Maybe on that canvas, I don't know. Or snack size. Maybe I'll mention that because, yeah, it worked fantastic. So, we got all the way down to row 20. So I only have this to go. So we only have 10 rows to go and we're done. We're a quarter of the way done. We'll have this first sheet. So then we only have B, C, and D to do. So yeah, moving right along. Of course, before I work on this the next time then, I am going to put all my oops stickers on down here and up here, and probably that one too, just in case that one's going to show. Wonder what color that is. I'd have to get sheet B out. That is number 72, which is this blue. Maybe I won't, because I think there was some yellow in here, because there was some in here. You can barely see it though, so I'm not going to redo those. And this is a darker blue, and you can't see it there at all. So I'm going to leave that one alone, but I am going to redo these up here. Like I said, that was my stupidity, but we learn as we do, right? We learn from our mistakes, and yep, this is working great by taping these together. So now I'll just have to tape it to B. Maybe I can just tape it over the top, right? Why not? And I don't have to try to tear this one off. Yeah, we'll do that. Okie dokie, we're gonna call her good. Now I think this color and chat is actually a little bit longer than normal. I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna mow some lawn. I think I'm only gonna mow part of it. Well, the majority of it, and then tomorrow it's supposed to be nice again. And I do want to work on my project, but I'm gonna mow the biggest area of the lawn, which is inside the fence down over here. So yeah, I'm gonna go out now, get all the other parts of the lawn mowed, and call her a night. And then hopefully, I don't know, diamond paint, color. Decisions. I have to catch up on some YouTube videos. I am getting so far behind on watching other YouTube videos. Oh, that's right. I can't color diamond paint. I got a whole bunch of videos to edit and make thumbnails and get links and upload. So yeah, I'll be busy doing that for quite a while. All right, folks. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed watching me color on this Dotidoodle poster. Like I said, I'm having a ton of fun with this. I will again leave a link down in the description to their website if you would like to check these out. She is also active over on Instagram, so you could check out Dotidoodle on Instagram. And that is DOT for obvious reasons. .I-doodle. So if you enjoyed this, please hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new to my channel. I hope everybody's having or has had a fantastic weekend. And as always, happy coloring. Bye, guys.